So here is another map. This one is by, I'm probably gonna butcher it, so it's either Mike or Mitch 406, and his workshop has a map called Trouble at Cinema. I'm gonna read the description right quick. It's very short and sweet and very punchy, but it's loaded with a lot of intelligence. At 1704, not 05, not 03. Alright. 40 heavily armed terrorists ran into cinema. There were 60 people in the building at the time of assault. Some of them managed to escape. Others were taken hostage. Bring order to chaos and minimize amount of civilian casualties. It's time to step in. Good luck. And give some specs about the size. But operators, we can employ 12 or 8 for a better challenge. Because I'm pragmatic, I'm bringing everything to bear, so I'm bringing 12. My objective with this map and the maps that I've done in the past has always been to strive to get the 3-star rating. The other little hidden gems like Lone Wolf or Single Plant Mission or No Pause during the play, it's not really something that I go with a lot because situations do change as time during the mission progresses, so I can't leave it to chance that from the get-go everything's going to play flawless, because this is created by a person. I'm sure that there is a way or a path that you would follow, a very straight and narrow path that can lead you to getting all those things in a certain fashion, but we're going to be looking at it from a CQB standpoint, so that's something to consider. Moving forward, once again, I brought my trusty partner in crime here, my son, and he didn't let us down last time, so he's here for round 2.
Hello.
In the grand scheme of things, I'm just looking at the image of the map on my phone, so we're just going to go ahead and kick it off here now, as I already subscribed to it, so we're going to go ahead and get in there. So this is heavy. This one gives you all sorts of avenues of approach. I wish there was a way to remove this so that we can get a better picture of what's going on in this space behind the loadout. We can just zoom in here and get it. Go ahead and give me the main sections of the building.
The first thing I see are the cinemas, which is, I think this is number 1 right here, and this is number 2. And then after that, I see this sort of waiting room lobby, and then I see right here, which will help us see a peek through what's inside this room. Here's the kitchen, a closet or something.
If you go to the movies, you go through a door and then you go through another door. Usually they're open when you're barely getting in there because we're hoping you're not late. That way, if you're late, you can swing in. This door stays closed, so this room stays dark. Then they close this, then they open that door so that it maintains darkness in here, and people that are watching whatever they're watching don't get distracted by any light coming in.
I see this giant hallway right here, an office area.
Alright, so there's like corporate section of the
Building. The restrooms are right here.
That sucks. So, well, no, yeah, it does suck. So you gotta go to the movies and like come out. You have to come pretty much all the way out, and then come back inside.
Except for right here.
Looks like an outhouse. Yeah, but those are emergency exits. So in case there's a fire, it's a fire exit. Zoom out. All right, focus external. What do we have?
We have these.
No, that's still internal. That's the like the real room they call it. That's where like it's like behind the screen. But in that dark, foggy area with cars and stuff, what is that? You know, like when you go to the mall, there's like those, or like when you go to the airport, you got like stacks of parking spaces.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of what that is. So you have an external parking lot and an internal parking lot.
Yeah, maybe because there's these tubes.
Pillars.
Oh.
They're load-bearing pillars. It's meant to keep everything above it from collapsing down on it.
So which means that there must be a ceiling on top of it.
There'll be a ceiling on top, yeah. So, and over here you have your external So all this is external. This is internal. All right. The areas in which we can insert are many. I'm counting, how many is that already? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different areas in which you can insert. So my son's gonna be pretty much breaking down the building piece by piece in sections so that we can better understand and formulate a better strategy when we're in those areas.
In the lobby, it's a corner fed room. I see 2 pillars right here, and a wall and a bunch of windows. So it's a half wall which won't let us see this half.
Right. So it'll give you dead space when you want it.
Yeah. And we won't be able to see all of this behind here.
You might. It depends on the angle.
Yeah.
3.
There's
I
1,
count 4.
2,
Oh wow.
3, 4.
That's not an entrance. That's just a window.
5, 4, 5. I guess I was counting the doors as single doors.
Okay. No, the double doors, they count as a single entrance, but it's double doors. It's important to note them anyway as double doors because it offers opportunities as well as threats. Okay. What else can you tell me about the area?
There's curtains right here which might be blocking us from seeing here, so they might not want us seeing what's inside of here.
Okay. But to get there, we can figure that out later. Okay.
And then
what's that to the left?
a box area where you would get your tickets. And then there's one entrance that leads inside the box office, which then leads into here.
Okay.
Which this door is locked.
Okay. Alright, so it's a locked door.
And we can see part of the kitchen because this is the window.
Gotcha. Then that's a glass door as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll be able to see in here too.
Because this is glass, this is open, you have line of sight from the outside all the way. If the angle's right, you'll have line of sight pretty much up until this corner. So it would be safe to say, and then from here into this corner. At any point in time when you're navigating this space, you'll catch an angle. So it would be safe to say that this area also inherited this piece. These doors may swing out, these doors may swing out. That's a flimsy door. We inherited this area. Well, it's a counter, you can see right over it. There's usually windows here, but whatever. The food standard where you would take and place your order. Like where you would get popcorn, this is where you get your ticketing. So this is ticketing and food and beverages on this side. Off to the movies from there. So then we should treat this as a door from here, but a door that's inaccessible but can still plug enemy in. This one kind of the same thing too. So all in all, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know if I counted this one, but we're looking at various areas of concern as soon as we come in here. As you mentioned before, these 2 pillars, mainly this one, creates a blind spot, but it will only be a blind spot that's the size of this pillar, well, at the beginning, and then it'll cast a shadow. I think the shadows that it casts are just line of sight, so if you don't see it, it won't see you, so it would be something very narrow. But it might obscure this area or this area, so depending on how we attack it, will determine how we're going to see, or what block it's going to have. What area do you want to go to next?
I say the office area.
This is the office area. All of this is a corridor. The corridor is the first thing that we're going to be going in through, whether it's from here or from here or from here. For the most part, it's connected to the outside of this entire area. We got an L shape and some question mark looking corridor. It's divided by a flimsy door. We have 3 cubicles in one space that are connected by a locked door that's flimsy. One of them has a window. The space only has one entrance. Well, it has one entrance to go in and out of the hall, and one entrance to go in and out of this cubicle or this office. This office has also 3 desks, and it has 3 doors. One that connects external to the hall. One that connects to, it looks like a break room, as it were. This room here, kind of looking like a horseshoe, has an entrance to the hall from the far end of the main entrance of the building, and it has a locked door that connects to an external patio. So 2 doors, 3 doors total. In a way, it's center fed because we have to concern ourselves here, and a corner fed room from here. The hall consists of 1, 2, 3, 4 doors. This hall, this L-shaped hall, consists of 1, 2, 3, 4 doors as well, and that's the office space. Oh, and then there's a window. 2 exposed windows total. What do you want to check next?
Number 2.
Alright, number 2 is exactly the whole reason why we're here. It's a hostage rescue, so there are hostages here. However, this is the only one that we know about because it seems to be a live feed. The reason I say that is because there's a camera with a little bit of a screen, but then there's a laptop. Obviously there's a connection here that's broadcasting this to social media. I don't know, some weird crap that they're into. The point is we're able to see it in a live feed from it, but we're only able to capture this space, and we're already looking at a foreign advisor and an executioner. That does not mean he's the only one, it just means he's the only one that we're aware of. However, everything else is obscured. We're contending with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 rows of chairs on one side and 4 on the other. It's a corner fed room. Once you go into here, emergency exit to the right of it, and it's safe to say that there are more than just these hostages present in this area.
I say theater room 1.
Alright, theater room 1. Theater room 1, we're looking at a bigger scale of the same look of theater room number 2. The difference being is we have more rows, and a connection to the outside by way of an emergency exit to the left of the screen, and we can already see marks of blood. There's a few weapons there, so even though we don't have a feed here, things have already taken place here, and in all actuality we may be looking at hostages in this area. The way that we get through both 1 and 2 theater rooms is by way of the lobby, which connects both of them to 2 double doors followed by 2 more double doors. We can look at activity here and activity here as choke points. The chairs or the rows, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 rows on one side, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows on the opposite end of the screen. It's worth noting that also in theater room number 2, besides the fact that we're looking at this, we are also looking at what looks like, I want to say it's a weapon, but I can't tell from there, so that's something to take in consideration. They may not be the only 2 individuals there work in this area. Guess we can look at the kitchen. So the kitchen is in a way an extension of the lobby, only because there's an open breach here and a glass door here. So this is kind of a neutral ground that we're going to be engaging, so we could expect reactions from the kitchen immediately entering the lobby. However, the kitchen area is not necessarily a big thing. It's just kind of weird in the sense of the way that you would navigate these corridors. There's already blood that we're noticing, and we have a locked door here, which it's going to be kind of tiresome to jump through here, so we may have to engage this one following the lobby. And another glass door here, so whatever's in here might be taken out before we ever engage or jump into it. We're looking at the space here where I guess in the theaters this is kind of like the dead space. It looks more like the real room, but it's in the back. It should normally be out here, but it's neither here nor there. Anyway, it's a real room, we'll just call it that. We can gain access to this place by way of both theater rooms as well as the internal or indoor parking lot or covered parking, and external on the side street. So we have that to look forward to. It's a lot of avenues of approach here, which means a lot of doors can open and we can be exposed going through here. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trees interlaced with some benches, 4 benches, a long tubular room with sliding doors, so they're gonna act as windows. Windows here, windows here. Now the beauty of these is that we can walk through these once we break them, so that's always good to know. And it connects immediately to a locked bathroom. More than likely, it looks like it's probably going to be the women's bathroom and the men's bathroom. This one's corner fed, this one's center fed. 2 stalls, 2 stalls, 2 sinks, 2 sinks. For the most part, they're pretty much identical except for this little bend here. And that about wraps it up. We have, if we really want to get technical, this little room right here is going to give us some trouble, potentially. And this little room is going to give us some trouble. Things that we do know better yet would be this whole area, which is the external parking lot, is going to be ours, regardless of where we insert. The other troubled area is this parking lot is very eerily looking. Looks like it's not just one car that's on fire, but many. This one too. So it kind of paints the image of a riot has taken place, even though it does say terrorists have taken this area, but it seems like it's kind of a riot. So we're looking at pillars, we're looking at pillars, we're looking at pillars, and we're looking at pillars and pillars and pillars and pillars. These don't really matter. They're kind of sort of not necessarily needed, but they do obstruct some view. We got a lot of cars which will obstruct view, so we don't know what kind of crazy angles we're dealing with. These are walls, so an entrance connecting in, followed by a sandbag emplacement. So we're looking at heavy munitions. We see a truck that pulled up with the doors open, indicating that this is probably where the enemy vehicle. Also an armored car. That's a very strange looking armored car, but it's very armored, as I can see there. More doors, more doors, more doors. Unloading sandbags so they can put a battle position in place. Looks like they didn't finish the job completely, but they did make an impact here.
One thing that I saw in lots of the rooms is that there's this machine gun right here, and I saw a rifle right here.
Okay, so start looking for rifles. So now we're gonna get into possible enemy activity. So start looking for rifles, weapons, and start marking them where they are in what section of the map. So lobby, office, kitchen, things like that. All right, go for it.
So in the office area, there's a handgun.
Okay. There's a rifle too in the office area.
Yep.
Where is it?
Here's one.
Okay, a subgun. Go up. Where's the other one?
Right here.
Right. Okay, so it's the one you mentioned earlier. Okay.
And that seems to be it for all the weapon signatures here.
Okay. There's not many weapon indications. That doesn't mean that there isn't any. The good news is we already have the number of enemy combatants. I think he placed it at, let's just make sure that I got it right. He placed it at 40. So 40 heavily armed men. So we're not going to need to go off of this too much, but it does give us indication where for sure we might find someone. So If there was empty here and empty here, and then we go in here and we see this as a signature, then there's indication that somebody might be there. There's some enemy activity. Same thing goes for here. Light machine gun, sandbags. I normally tend to put these things together, so he might not be the only one that's ready to go rock and roll and start laying suppressing fire. So moving external, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars. We have 6 different places in which we hit this place. I'm already liking this map's layout because it's advantageous to us, because we can create an L shape. That's gonna play very good into the strategy portion of it. I think that about concludes the intel gathering. We're gonna go into strategy. Because this is a hostage rescue, I want to contain everything inside of this structure. No one gets in or out except us, so we have to watch every point of ingress or egress. So we have to look for every door that takes us to the outside. The way that we're going to do that is guarding the main doors, any side doors. So I'm already counting at 6 and 7 if you count these windows when they break. We control those. We control anybody coming in and out, and by that we'll be able to contain the situation. So what I move first is I would like to treat this like an onion and start peeling off the layers from the outside and work our way in. That means I want to get rid of anything that's crawling around in this indoor parking lot. Once dominance has been established for the most part, because we'll be having people emerge, then we'll be able to move our units into those respective areas of interest. From there, we'll have an assault team moving in. Like I said at the beginning, it allows for 12, but 8 is for a better challenge. But I'm not here for a challenge. I'm here to have a strategic advantage and also achieve the 3-star rating. Hopefully picking 12 over 8 does not affect the star rating, but in matters of CQB you always want to have the unfair advantage. This map is long, a type of unit that we will require besides assaulters, which we will need assaulters, but
A marksman.
okay. Alright, I agree. I think we need marksmen. I also think we need support. Out of every entrance here, where would you want to go through first?
This entrance right here to the lobby.
Okay, so you want to hit the lobby first.
Yeah.
We're going to hit the lobby first. We're going to put main body here. We're going to add little tentacles on the side to help them in support here and cover the flanks, while the support units like the marksmen and the light machine gunners are able to lay cover fire or suppressing fire in this direction, while these two teams work their way through here. What do you think about that?
I think that's a decent plan.
Okay. I don't see a timer attached to this, so there's no like a ticker symbol here, which means it doesn't seem like anything's gonna trigger these guys here. As long as we don't make our way inside these rooms until we're ready, these guys shouldn't really be going in and executing people. We have to understand though, we don't know what the hell is here, but there is something there. Assault force is going to go through here, take care of this lobby. I hate hostage negotiations or hostage rescues because of that. Now I have to depend that these guys won't kill someone. I think that about does it as far as strategy. So we're going to do like recap real quick. Support units on these sides, take care and create an L shape of coverage and security. Main element stays here in the center, so they can also provide support. So they can also supply security and support to these guys. By doing this, we have everything boxed in from the beginning. Maybe there's a few blind spots here and there, but for the most part, we have the upper hand in this fashion. Anything comes out of these doors, or nothing from this door, these guys are ready to check it. Anything that emerges from here that these guys aren't able to pick up, we can probably check it. And then anything that emerges from here, they'll be checked by support. So supporting elements will be up here. I'm starting to think that 3, 3. So 3 here, 3 here, and then whatever's left over here. Should because we're gonna rendezvous somewhere in this area. So 2 of the assaults may not be assaults after all; they might be grenadiers.
Okay.
So that I don't see any hostages being in this area. They're all being contained. So I think we have free range to start blowing crap up here. Once external onion layer is taken care of, we're gonna work on the internal onion layers, which is this one. This long round piece right here, and then around. By the time we get around to here, we should already be 100% contained. We can tighten the noose around this. We can have security here. We can have security there, and be ready to make the moves. So I think, how long do you think this is going to take us as far as time on the replay?
I think it'll take us 5.5 minutes.
The other one took 7.
Yeah, but that one had more rooms.
That's true. That is true. Alright, well, we'll see what happens. Let's get the loadout out of the way. As far as mission loadout, it's pretty much simple. I'm going to remove everything though, just to get everything taken care of. We are going to dedicate a total of, zoom in, 6. Ooh, no, I don't like him. I don't use him a lot, so I don't want him here. No offense, guy. Okay, we're gonna use a total of 6 assault guys here. Oh, I forgot about this. We don't have suppressed heavy rifles. Excuse me real quick. Which means we have to start thinking about big rifles. I'm thinking we need to, oh man, I don't want to. Oh man, I don't want to. Okay. I'm gonna get an M4 instead. We're gonna get the M4s. M4s, and we're gonna get hollow sights. Let's copy and paste that. There's no room for stealth in this game, unfortunately, because we have to go in there and bum rush them.
Yeah, and I think that at least 2 of the guys should have 3 slap charges.
And there is a lot of doors that are locked. You're right about that. So let's see. These guys are going to be coming in together. Let's go with this guy. We are going to add 3 slap charges. This guy's going to have the camera. Good on him. That one already has a camera, so we don't need that. Camera. Got him. No need for camera. We need slap charges. And flash.
And we may need smoke grenades.
Not for these guys. The support element will need them. Not these guys. Okay, so now we got top and down. Body armor. We're not going to do heavy. We're doing this armor. Fast. Okay. Very high speed. We don't need this. But we do need accuracy. And stopping power at that distance. So Glock 22. Flashbangs. Flashbangs, 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 flashbangs. Everybody has flashbangs. Okay. Smoke, we're not gonna do smoke. We have 3 slap charges. We'll have 1 carry smoke just in case. Okay. And just 2. We don't need that many. Okay. There. I think everyone else, we're gonna need nothing but flashbangs.
Okay.
That takes care of main force. Now let's go to grenadiers because we're going to be needing those guys. We need their long range capabilities. So we're going to be having the M16. Accuracy is higher. The aim speed is higher. We're using this. Yes, we are. Okay. Same. Iron sights, boy. Sauce tail. He has it already, or sauce ball. thought I said boat tail. He's gonna have that armor. He don't need slab charges. He needs grenades. No, not those. He's gonna need grenades. Where are you, grenades? No!
The frag?
There you go. Flashbangs. We already have those, so frags. And smoke. Frag and smoke are gonna go hand in hand. Okay. Marksman. We have smoke already with these guys. Plenty of smoke, plenty of smoke, plenty of smoke. And we're gonna swap these guys out for frags. We're gonna need frags. Lots of frags. Okay, support. Smoke, smoke. Don't need you for that. We need frags. We are going to wreck the shit out of them. So, frags. Just tossing them. We need. Let's go back to the marksman. We are gonna need some pretty high speed shit here. Ability. We need to make a purchase. Aim speed. Right there. Ugh. Sucks. Okay. Got it. Okay. These guys are gonna need 1911s for when they go. Once we meet with them, we're gonna need them to switch over to close quarter. So they're gonna bring 1911s. 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 They need that stopping power, just in case. Alright, so these guys are set. These guys are set. Body armor is gonna be that. It's gonna be the heavy stuff, as is for these guys, because they're gonna be part of the support. And I think that should do it. So, start feeding these guys. We're gonna have support, marksman, and a grenadier. Right there. Support, marksman, because he's already out, and a grenadier. Let's put him here. Okay. They're gonna go in here. That way. They're gonna go in there. That way. These guys. Oh, these guys are gonna go like so. And I think that should take care of it. So we're gonna launch nothing but grenades and HE and sling long rounds and sway lay all the way and really cut into the back of this corner as much as we can. Of course, there might be a chance that these guys can go here and lay coverage. Same with these guys, they might be able to go through this way and lay coverage, tightening the circle once everything's checked out. Okay, enough lollygagging. Let's see what happens. So, alright, wish us luck.
go.
Thank you, I won't forget this.
You're safe now. Hostage secured. Hostage secured.
Thank you, I won't forget this.
You're safe now. Hostage secured. Hostage secured. Come with me. Come with me. Hostage secured.
Thank you.
Hostage secured. Hostage secured. Hostage secured.
Alpha, go. Delta, go.
All right, well, that pretty much about wraps everything up there. I'm not going to do much of an after actions on it, only because I'd like to open it up for y'all to chime in and let me know where I fell short on and where I delivered and things like that. But definitely want to thank Mitch or Mike for this map. It was pretty nice. My son's not available right now to chime in on it. That's also why we're not doing the AAR. But yeah, we'll look forward to doing it again. So this one, we netted it in about just a little bit over 8 minutes. So my son was off by a few minutes there. But hey, man, everybody made it back home as far as all the units go, and that's what we were looking for. And I'm glad I was still able to attain the 3-star rating. If not, then it'd look a little bit sadder there on the board. But I would definitely like to see how you guys did your stuff as well. And if you want to download this map, I'm gonna put the link below, sorry, in the description down below, so that you guys can go ahead and subscribe and have a crack at it yourselves. And yeah, man, we'll see y'all in the next one. All right, y'all be safe. And it's 4th of July weekend right now, so if you're at home or abroad, happy 4th of July, y'all. Have a good one.